Starting in the 16th century, Portuguese merchants brought guns, Christianity, and European goods to Japan, with Japan sending back its own goods to the white men on board massive black ships. Despite the benefits, Portugal and Japan would fight in several conflicts over the years. The first instance of conflict came during the siege of Moji in 1561, which was the first European bombardment of Japanese soil. The Portuguese were allied with the Otomo clan and helped soften the castle defenses for the samurai, but they withdrew immediately after, allowing the defenders to push out the Ottoman. Later in Macau in 1608 or 1609, I don't fucking know, but Japanese sailors had become drunk and rowdy from a long expedition. They were leading to a brawl which led to armed Portuguese forces killing a portion of the Japanese. This coincides with the Nossa Senhora de Graça incident in Nagasaki, in which a Portuguese captain named Pessoa and Japanese officials including Tokugawa Ieyasu clashed over silk prices. Pessoa would personally complain to Tokugawa about the Macau incident and Tokugawa officials' behavior towards him. The survivors of the Macau incident told their side of the story, which angered the Japanese officials due to the affidavit that absolved the Portuguese of wrongdoing, with possible Spanish, Dutch and Japanese silk trade supplanting the Macau-Nagasaki silk trade. It was time to arrest Pessoa. This resulted in a 4-day battle in which a flotilla of samurai laid siege to the black ship. Waves of samurai armed with arrows and muskets attacked the vessel multiple times. They were met with cannon fire and musical instruments. There were attempts to use fire ships to destroy the ship, cutting the cables of the ship's anchor to send it adrift, and 2 disguised samurai to kill the captain. All failed. Eventually, as the ship was leaving, the Japanese combined a few of their craft into a tower junk. Following a lengthy chase scene, the tower junk was able to grapple the poop deck. After hours of fighting, a fire ignited on the ship that spread wildly. The captain told his crew to GTFO and proceeded to light the ship's magazine on fire. He blew up the Senhora de Graça. His body was never found, and the crew, cargo, and boarders drowned in the water. Other trading options were found to be lackluster. The Japanese and Portuguese attempted to move on from the situation. When Japan adopted an isolationist policy, all foreigners were kicked out, except the Dutch. Nearly 400 years later, during World War II, Portuguese East Timor declared neutrality. Concerned about regional security, Australian and Dutch forces occupied the territory in 1941. This led Japan to invade in 1942. It stayed in Japanese hands until 1945, when it was given back to Portuguese control, and once again the Nagasaki and Macau silk trade flowed once more.
Thanks for the money, dummies.